Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Varteta Learning Platform. And in today's video of C++ tips and tricks, we are going to discuss about the exception handling. I hope you are aware about the exceptions. Exceptions are the runtime errors, and these runtime errors are caused by the bad programming. What I am referring to a bad programming is not the compilation errors. This is not the compilation issue. This is the issue which can only be surfaced at the runtime. Let me give you an example. Suppose I have just allocated a memory for this integer pointer and I assigned a value 10. If I print this, then it will print 10. Somehow, if I delete this p and then again try to access this, then let's see what happens. Here it has been printed 0 because we have deleted p, but here it will be an exception. The thing is, like, I am using an online compiler, so don't expect that this output will be 10. Expect that this will throw an exception when you will write this program and will run in your local IDE, whether it's Visual Studio 2019 or whatever IDE you are using. It will simply throw an exception. So here it is able to print the value because this memory is allocated. But again, I deallocated this memory and then I tried to print it. I'm expecting that there should be some value in this asterisk p, but the thing is, I have already deleted it. So this expectation is not right. This is a wrong expectation. And can you get any compilation error for your logical mistake here? No. So when you don't get any error at the compilation time, but you face an error at the runtime, then this is known as the exception. And this is the result of the bad programming. Bugs and exceptions are the result of the bad programming or logical mistakes. So this is what the definition of exception is in a simple terms. Being an intellectual, you can make and you can arrange your words in your own way to prepare a beautiful description and a beautiful language for defining the exception. But the most important thing is to make an understanding, and this should be your understanding that what is an exception. Now, let me tell you how the exception handling is done. To handle the exceptions in C++ code, we write two blocks, try and catch, and both blocks are adjacent. Whatever you need to write in try block, because any piece of code can throw an exception. So any piece of code that can throw a possible exception, you need to put it in the try block. Suppose I write this code, throw 1. I'm explicitly throwing the exception. You can write the same piece of code that we were writing earlier, and you can see that it will land into this catch block. This throw block is explicitly throwing the exception, and here I'm catching it. You can see these 3 dots here. These 3 dots means that it can catch any kind of exception. You can see that I'm throwing an exception which is of type integer. So it will be caught here. If I write any catch block which takes an integer as its argument, then it will be caught int. It will come here if I write this catch block. So let's see. So this has been caught into this block. If I remove this block, then it will be caught here. If you don't write any of the proper exception block, like you have written it for int, suppose I wrote it for string, then I expect that this should catch. No, this will not catch. I don't write any of the catch block which is catching an exception in integer. So what will happen? It will go to the generic catch block in the caught. So this is the way the try catch blocks are written in the C++ code to handle the exception. Now, let us see one important example. The example is that I'm writing a try block, and in the try block, in the catch block, I'm writing integer k. It will catch all the exceptions of type integer. Now, if I have written this catch block here, then I'm expecting that this will be catching an integer exception. But there is one concept. You might have seen that if you have written this thing like this, and if you write like int k is equal to a, then in that case, this conversion from character to integer does not cause any problem. If you run this, this will not cause any compilation issues. So, the conversion from character to integer is possible in code, but is it really possible when you are throwing the exception? So, if I say I am throwing this, and we say that any kind of character can be converted into integer. So, will it catch here if I throw this exception of type character? Let us see. You can see that it is saying that it is terminated after throwing an instance of char. So, you don't need to do this thing, and you need to remember that a character to integer conversion in case of try catch in C++ is not possible. You need to write a catch block for character. Then you will be able to handle this character exception. This is it. Now you can see. So this you need to remember. Either you need to write this for the char type of exception, or you need to write a common catch block just like this. So if you make it like this, then now you can understand what will be the output of the program. This will be the output of the program because this a will not be converted into integer. So it will land into this generic catch block, and in this generic catch block we have printed the message caught. So that's it for today, guys, and I hope you enjoyed it a lot. So please like this video, subscribe my channel, and share my videos with your friends. You will find a number of things related to C, C++, programming, file handling, everything we are going to discuss here. So keep watching this space on the YouTube, on my channel, and be with me. We will learn a lot of things together. Thank you. Have a nice day, and